Alphadia Genesis, and where we last left off, Aura, I think that was her name, left the group to go do her job, and we have to go meet some people. So, damn it.
陛下、ダルザバインの調査隊が俺の顔見知りって言ってたけど。
Wait, isn't that
コロネ。
the girl from the intro, if you remember?
久しぶりだな。去年の合同武道大会で会って以来か。
へえ、そうですね。ギルドにいればもしかしたらと思いましたが、会えて嬉しいです。
Sounds like a stalker.
ああ、国が違うとめったに会えないからな。
What's wrong, Aina? Who is she? Right, you never met her before, have you? This is Coronet. She's a knight in the Galsabine army. She's won both domestic and inter-kingdom battle tournaments for the last 3 years, and is also the most skilled magic user in all of Galsabine. I had the opportunity to face off with her in last year's tournament, but she put me in my place before I even knew what happened. Please, Frey, you don't need to say such things for my sake. I'm not really that much of a fighter. Nope, she just blows crap up. Not to worry, I'm only telling her the truth. Anyway, Coronet, this is Aina. She's a type Sigma. I somehow accidentally registered myself as her master during my last mission, and now she's along for the ride. Is that so? Well then, please let me say it's nice to meet you, Aina. But if you don't mind my asking, what are you doing here in Archlay? It has to do with the incident where a pair of clones harmed their master. Are you aware of the one I'm talking about? I received orders from King Augustine to come and investigate. No kidding. I see now what King Claudius meant when he said we knew each other. Does this mean perhaps you're with the Archlay investigative team? You got it. It's Aina and I, and also my younger sister Aura, who were selected here on the Archlay side. I see. I'm relieved to find out I won't be working with all unfamiliar faces. Me too, but are you only here by yourself? Actually, no. There's one other accompanying me. He'll have to buy us something to drink, but I'm sure he'll be back any time now.
コロネ様。
あ、ちょうど戻ってきましたね。ウォルター、ここです。
お待たせしました、コロネ様。
So, we finally have someone with a normal name.
ありがとう、ウォルター。
He's gonna die, isn't he? Now, I do believe you've met before, but please greet our partner from Archlay. Archlay. You. Nice to see you again too, Walter. It's really been a whole year since we last saw each other, hasn't it? You. Hostility detected. Aina? Who do you think you are standing in my way? Aina. Did I ask for your name, clone? Now remove yourself from before me. Frey? What coward uses a clone to fight his battles? Come, fight me like a real man. There's no need to get so upset, Walter. Besides, the city isn't a place for anyone to be swinging weapons about recklessly. And for the record, Aina isn't a tool. Therefore, I'd like to ask you to refrain from saying the word "use" with her name, or clones in general, for that matter. Do not lecture me, guild scum, and I, like myself, cannot lose to the likes of you. Draw your weapon at once, and I shall redeem my honor. That's enough, Walter. Coronet. Listen to what Frey is telling you when he says this isn't a place for anyone to be swinging weapons about recklessly. In any case, he'll be joining us in our investigation, so I'd like to avoid any further provocations from your side. What? This guild scum is going to be involved in a mission that could very well change the fate of the world? His Majesty's orders, so I guess it's best we try to get along, huh? Walter? Mark my words, guild scum. If you so much as hinder this investigation in any way, I'll report you myself to the King of Archlay. I appreciate your dedication. If there's anything you feel I can do better, be sure to point it out, will you? So, have you been informed where we should start today, Frey? Yeah, King Claudius actually requested I take you over to the inn. That's right. A night of sound sleep should do us a world of good, especially this being my first time here since the tournament last year. Then, how about we get you over there and settled in right now? I would appreciate that very much. So, let's do a quick sweep for any notifications for quests. Is the whole significance of this house just that one chest? Okay. Not the strangest thing I've seen. But otherwise I've not seen anything, so to the inn we go. This is where you'll be staying tonight, Corone. A tolerable shack this place is. Come now, Walter, it's lovely. Ma'am, these two are the investigative team from Galsabine. So these are they? So these are they, huh? One of the king's messengers informed me you would be arriving. I'm sure the long voyage over must have taken it out of you. Please make yourselves at home. Thank you, we appreciate your hospitality. Guess this is where we say goodnight. We'll stop by to pick you up in the morning. Please get some rest yourselves. Alright, Aina, what do you say we get some rest too? My place is just west of the inn. Not seeing any bubbles. So apparently there was some significance to this place. So with this incident having occurred, we've been ordered by King Claudius to investigate. Is there anything I've said you don't understand? Alright then, it's getting late, so why don't we get some sleep? You can use Aura's room here tonight. Pleasant dreams. Let's see. To get where we're headed, we'll need to pass through this checkpoint. And follow the coastline south to this town nestled in the mountains. Yeah, I think I've got it. Now I should be ready for tomorrow. Aina, are you still up? What's wrong? I will sleep here. What? Wait, Aina. You're a girl, right? Then you should be sleeping by yourself. Besides, this room only has one bed. I will use the floor. You do then, you're going to have major cramps in the morning. The wall. Don't tell me you're going to sleep standing. I have my doubts about how much quality rest you'll get that way. Could it be you're lonely sleeping by yourself? I do not know. Alright then, tell you what. How about I sit next to you in Aura's room until you're ready to fall asleep? I used to sit up late watching over Aura like this when she was younger. Together? Yeah, our parents died when we were still little. With only ourselves to take care of things, we divided up the chores, and Aura really got really good at cooking because of it. Although I've got to say, I wish she'd quit trying to slip dried liver and everything to spice it up. So what do you think? Are you feeling like you can sleep now? She was probably bored to sleep. Then I'll see you in the morning. Good night, Aina. Good night. Sleep well. So you have to see if these clones snore like the revving of a diesel engine. Oh, we have another scene. Do you think this will really work using clones? Like I said before, I saw the two back at that mansion in Kotora take out that rich guy and his guards real easy. Their battle capabilities may have been stripped after the war, but it sure don't mean their power ain't there. It's like that, if we can get them to kill those in the house we're aiming to rob, it'll be jewels and gold for all for the taking. But I was under the assumption these clones will only kill in order to protect their master. Then beat them and kick them till they obey. They've got a will of their own, so you just gotta break it and show them who's boss. Well, since you're the one who actually saw it happen, I guess you must be right. Then we'll do this next job with no outsiders, just us, members of the Midnight Blues. The spoils can divide evenly between us, since who knows how long this is gonna last. And I tell you what, I can't wait. What do you say we go meet Crone and Walter over at the inn? A lot of quests in that log, aren't there? Since it's a new day, kind of wondering if there might be new quests. was saying, here's where you... Please control your tempo, Walter. Frey, Aina, you came at just the right time. Good morning, Crone. Walter, is something going on here? Yes, actually, we were trying to check out here at the inn, but it seems the procedure is much different than in Galsabine, and... Well, it's not a problem. All you do is sign here, and... That's it. You're good to go. Thank you, Frey. You've been a great help. Don't mention it. Well, it looks to me like you've got everything, so why don't we head over to the castle? I guess normally the checkout procedure involves some sort of death match, perhaps? That would be one hell of a tip to give the bellboy. Insert the spear behind a joke here. That would be wonderful. And I'm just peeking into the guild because I don't know how the refresh stuff works in this game yet. Your Majesty, I brought the 2 members of the Galsabine investigative team as requested. You've done well. Now it was Crone and Walter, I believe. Yes, I'm Crone of Galsabine. We are pleased to be here, Your Majesty. I am Walter of the army. Yes, I have heard much concerning the strength of the Knights of Galsabine, therefore I have great confidence in your abilities. In Galsabine's honor, we will do our best. Now everyone is here. Would you mind reporting the results of yesterday's examination? Yes. Let me first introduce myself. I'm Aura, Assistant Chief here at the Archlad Laboratory. Assistant Chief at such a young age, that is quite a respectable position to be in. As you may or may not have already heard, I'm also friends with your sister. I look forward to working together with you from here on out. Myself as well. Now, to get to the examination results for the clone brought back yesterday. Testing on the clone, so those are zeros. 1096P03. Those are not O's, I believe. Yielded no evidence of abnormalities. Are you sure you even did any testing? Positive. Unfortunately, you can't find something that's not there. Or maybe you failed to look hard enough. What did you say? Stop this disgraceful behavior at once, you two. You are staying in the presence of His Majesty the King. Sorry for letting it make me on like that. My apologies for my indecency. So what you're saying is the clone you examined had no disposition to attack humans? Nope. 1091 and 12 and 1091 and 13 would have had the same genetic data as the clone I examined. So I hope to find something. Your theory was incorrect. For now it seems that way. That's why I feel it best to visit the town where the incident occurred and speak with those who investigated it. The reason I say this is because I received a letter from the researchers there stating their investigation was complete. And they couldn't just include their results in the letter. I suppose it means our next destination is Katora. However, to get there we'll have to pass through Lakey checkpoint. Or Lakey? Concerning that, I've already given Aura the required documentation. You can receive from her hereafter. Understood. If I use safe journey. This is the documentation the king was referring to. Additionally, let me give you these. 6 clear rings, which come in handy where you can buy them. Castle Laboratory. Do you know how much trouble we could be in if they find out you took these? Nobody was using them, so I borrowed them. It's that simple. So don't go all big brother on me. But an explanation how these work. Do you need one? Yeah. It's nothing more than a ring with 0 effects. However, you take one to a refinery found in almost any town, village, and so on, they can craft it into a ring. Theirs is at the guild. We met Crone there. Was the building with the mug sign? Yes. 3 types: fire, water, light. With 1 equal will cause it to level up, and you can learn some new stuff, I assume. The Gamma class can be created. So that's all there is about the rings. What's the matter, Frey? Oh, the 5 of us will be traveling together. I think it'll be difficult for all of us to fight in battle at the same time. Difficult? Are you suggesting Crone and I will somehow get in your way? No, I didn't mean it that way at all. I was rather considering the timing between companions. I completely agree with you. In that case, how about we do this? There are more than 5 party members, only 4 will participate in battle, and anyone else will act as support. That way no one will be in anyone else's way, proving advantageous to all battle. I think I can agree with that. If we're going to have support roles, what each of us do would obviously be different, so maybe it would be best to try out each first. Earn a support role, give the party a full assist. Combo attacks. We're good, listen to explanation. So the assist gauge fills up. No EP cost. Alter yell 1 male. Battle members. So make someone tankier. So with 5 people in the party, it might be just as easy to divide the support effects between the sexes. However, if the number of party members ever increases again, it might be even smart to pair support members for maximum efficiency. For example, if my brother and I were paired together, those battle members' mind parameter would see a 10% increase. In this yell, we can call them siblings. Anyhow, I think that's all there is to explain. Understood. Do you have any other questions, Walter? No, I see no problem. In that case, let's get going. Our destination is the key checkpoint. Please wait a moment. What direction should we take to travel there? South, I've been there. Southeast, is it? Might be a little too vague for Aurora. First we should head south, come to mountains, east to the checkpoint. You seem quite knowledgeable with regard to geography. Do you travel a lot with your duties? Not nearly as much as you might think. Weren't you just telling me the other day the majority of your work is here in this region? Is that so? Well, that's true. It doesn't mean I know the location of every place, and that's why I was checking my map before going to bed last night. Were you up so late for only that? Past midnight. Ada, why do you study so hard? I figured since this would be an opportunity for you to travel around Archlight, I'd hate to have spoiled the experience by getting us lost. I had no idea, but for what it's worth, I do appreciate your effort. Please just make sure to have plenty of rest each night, will you? I'll do that, and thanks for your concern. You better make sure your lack of sleep does not trouble Korone. Although even without your puny contribution, I suspect Korone would get along just fine. I'll be sure to watch myself from now on. Anyway, how about we get going? What about preparations? Right, there's plenty to buy here in the city, and of course we might as well take these clear rings over to the refinery while we're at it. What are we waiting for? Let's go already. Okay, we got 20 GP here, and I made a cut in the video because I'm going to do the side quest in a separate one. You can see that I've already actually accomplished that, I just have to edit it correctly. But otherwise, let's move forward with the storyline. And if those side quests don't really improve on their rewards, then I'm going to buy them. So we're at Lakey. Finally, we made it to the checkpoint. There are 2 men standing guard. That's because it hasn't been long since the incident in Katora. Also, since no one's figured out exactly what happened, passage through this area is being restricted. So if we show the guards our pass, they'll let us through. Is that how it works here in Archlight? Yeah, as far as I know. Excuse me, but can you let us through? Do you have a pass issued by the king? Yeah, it's right here. Give us a minute to look it over. So you are the investigative team, then. We were informed you would be coming. I will let my fellow soldiers on the north side know to let you through as well. Thanks, we appreciate it. Once we pass through the checkpoint, we'll need to head east to reach Katora. Going to be fine for the rest of the journey, Aura? Yep. Alright, let's get moving. Okay, I lowered the game volume just in case I can't really be heard that clearly. But otherwise, I don't really see anything obvious to grab. What have we in this item shop? Hopefully I don't need these status cures because I can't really afford them yet. I'm kind of holding on to my money in the event that 50 gold. It's a good thing I stayed at the other one. Vite seeds. Are these kind of like the buns from, yeah. Bravely Default, and there are a few other games where those seeds come into play. I don't know who's all permanent yet, so I don't want to use one. Okay. And what have we here? Is that east? Katora. Here? Yeah, this is Katora. Good, because I'm beaten, I can use some rest about now. What is this whimpering after such a short trek? You know, Aura, I'm feeling a little tired after that long walk here myself. Then let me secure a room for you at the inn at once, Corone. Jerk. I don't mean to be off-putting, but can I get the two of you to hang in there a little longer? If the message from the castle has already arrived at the laboratory, those researchers there should be waiting for us to show up. You. Now that you mention it, it wouldn't be right of us to leave them waiting. To leave... Would be right of us to leave them... Yeah, to leave them waiting, would it? Let's do as Frey suggests and visit the laboratory first, so... Yeah, they probably could have used a proofreader for this game. However, Corone... I'll be fine, Walter. I'm not so tired that I can perform my investigative duties. How about you, Aura? Can you stick it out for a tad longer? Yep, no problem here. Plus, I want to find out what happened here as bad as anyone else. Hold on a second while I ask that guy over there for directions. Excuse me. He told me to go away. He says the building with the mug sign hanging above the doors where the laboratory is. That's my kind of lab. Alright, then let's go find it. And nothing there. So that would be the inn. We have a clone of sorts here. Why is the penguin by the oven? Are they cooking the penguin? You know, some things in this game just don't seem to be making much sense to me. Here we go, weapon shop. Whoa, I only want one. Okay, this would actually help Walter's speed, but I'm gonna give it to him. And attack and damage plus 30. Like, you take more damage? Or... I don't quite get it. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick up 2 of these for Aina and our healer. The guys seem to be okay at the moment to just go as is. So let's not forget to actually equip these. He's good. Wooden chakra. Well, no wonder that damn golem took so freaking long to die if I'm using freaking wooden weapon. Urge to kill. Not subsiding. Yep, definitely my kind of lab. Hello? Do you have business here at the laboratory? If not, I must inform you any other people will be asked to leave. We're the investigative team dispatched by King Claudius to look into the murder of the wealthy gentleman here in town. I see, my apologies for my prior statement. However, before we begin, may I see you proof who you say you are? Proof. Will my guild identification do? That should be sufficient. So, phrase it. I received word from the castle earlier concerning your coming. You will find the laboratory chief in his office, so I ask you please speak with him concerning any further details. Thanks, we'll do that. Shall we go speak with him now? Yeah, let's do that. is it? It's probably some sort of storyline even that unlocks the betas or something. Part of the intrusion, but it must be the investigative team. I've been expecting you. Have a seat. And of course, Frey doesn't sit. What a rebel. To get started, can I have you tell me your findings surrounding the 1091 N12 and 1091 N13, the clones at the center of this incident? We apologize in saying this, but unfortunately our tests were inconclusive and we were unable to learn anything. What kind of tests have you imbeciles been running? We were... Please calm down, Walter. My apologies, Crone. And being unable to learn anything, why did I inquire if the clones in question's memories were reset? Yes, that's exactly the case. Even their master information was deleted. Master information, too? I was surprised, Aura. There are only a few, but very limited ways to even do that. One is, the master orders the information reset, or the other is when the master has not given an order to a clone for a specified period of time. If I'm thinking correctly, the latter is the case in the case something happens to the master of a type Sigma. In short, if a clone has not received an order from their master in a 3-month period, their master can be changed to another. In the case of this incident, that wouldn't fit. And with respect to the clone's master resetting their memory, well, he's dead. What if he ordered his clones to kill him and then do a memory reset? For a clone resetting their memory would take precedence. Moreover, they are unable to carry out multiple orders at once. I didn't know that. It seems you lack the basic knowledge of how clones work. I do not know why I should have expected more from Guild Scum. You're right, I've always asked Aura if I ever need to know anything about clones. How does my brother not realize he's being made a fool of by that jerk? And I wonder what all this means. Clearly a wizard did it. Round up all the magic users. We'll burn them at the stake. Stakes are kinda hard to come by, so we're gonna have to tie multiple ones to each one to try to cut back on cost. If only we could really be that cheap. It could mean we've either failed to notice something, or the fundamental way we believe clones work is flawed. Or there's also the possibility someone we aren't aware of has the authority to override a master's orders to their clone. Is that even possible? At this point we just do not know. However, given there are so many variables we cannot rule out, it would be unwise to set the idea aside. Originally, clones aren't able to be registered to a country except for type Thetas, animal clones developed for farming and whatnot. Somewhere during development of type Sigmas, the laboratory used was abandoned, and both kingdoms took up their own research. But that didn't turn out as planned, and the type Sigmas were nearly never completed. That's when Professor Speranza, the expert on clones, came into the picture. She provided the foundation for which clone research is based on today and helped restart a stalled effort. So that's who that is. I heard the name from Aura before, but never did quite connect the dots. So what kind of person was she? That no one seems to know these days. She's right, we have no picture, birth date, or even any idea if this mysterious researcher had a family of her own. All we do know is without her work, our research pertaining to clones would be fragmented, and not nearly what it is today. That's why anyone involved in the research of clones looks up to her with admiration. On the other hand, there are also those who claim it was because of her that casualties in the energy war were as bad as they were. Instead of continuing on this roundabout conversation, how about you get to the point? The point is, if someone were able to override a master's order to a clone, Professor Speranza would have been the one to know. Unfortunately, since we already know where her grave is and are sure she's long dead, the only way to get an answer is from her documents. Or get a Ouija board. And supposing if what's in them was to be misused, it could really lead this world down a slippery slope and cause all clones throughout the world to begin fighting against humans. In that case, Aina could be... Don't worry, it's nothing. Still, we shouldn't jump to any conclusions and act as though we're certain of things we're not. If we only look at things one way, we might not be able to see the whole picture. Crone is right, we should start our investigation based on the facts we know. Now, can we get you to tell us who you know is most familiar with the incident, Chief? Wish that were a possibility. When the soldiers arrived on the site, the only ones left alive were the 2 clones. I'm not going to read their numbers. However, we were able to ascertain one of the victims found in the residence belonged to the Midnight Blues. The Midnight Blues? Is there something you know about this group, Frey? Yeah, they're an active bunch of thieves based in the eastern half of this continent. We've gone on jobs numerous times with the guild to round up and arrest them. You mind telling us how a group with a criminal history is still active in this kingdom? What are you dullards doing? Actually, the problem lies with the type of thievery they're involved in. Of course, the guild isn't at liberty to act without a formal request. What do you mean, the type of thievery? Fact is, they're just terrible at what they do. You mean being thieves? Yeah, they steal things like kids' broken toys, loose change, even amateur carvings done by boys in their preteens. So, Frey had something stolen from him, I assume? One of the things I ran across was begging to be taken into custody. One of the guys I ran across was begging to be taken into custody after stepping on a monster's tail and being chased while trying to make it off with its bone. I ended up defeating the monster myself in that particular instance. I don't know how to put it. Bunch of clumsy oafs is how. Which is why most people ignore the laws and get on with their lives instead of coming to the guild for help. Not to say there hasn't been talk of raiding their hideout and arresting them all, though. I mean, both the guild and Archley Army know where they're based, so it's really all a matter of time until either of us makes a move. This hideout, is it far from Katora? It's not far enough you can travel on foot if that's what you're asking. Then why don't we just go there ourselves? I mean, no one else has any good info at this point, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I suppose you're right. But hanging out now would mean we'd arrive after sundown. I hate to be caught out in the dark. Let's rest here and head out morning. Let's visit the inn, check in for the night. Thanks for your help, Chief. Please do not mention it. I should be grateful to you for taking the time to come here. Okay, everyone, it's time for us to get some well-deserved rest. I'm hungry. Let's get something to fill that belly too, shall we? So yeah, I kinda wasted 40 gold at the inn. Anyway, the inn is the Crescent Moon. Hoping you can eat there. Look at my dad's inn. What a handsome one you are. Do you have any rooms available? No, go home. Sure do, 2 in fact. Then can you please tell us the fee? That'll be 7777 gold, so 35? 77,777? Are you trying to make fools of us, boy? If you are, so help me, I'll take you over my knee right now and... Don't worry, Krone isn't taking this kid seriously. Understood, then 7777 gold it is. Krone, what are you doing? Krone? What, did I count wrong? Rather than that, shouldn't you be noticing the outrageous fee he's charging you? It's beyond highway robbery. Is it really that much? Your sense of money is really telling after hearing those words come out of your mouth. I think it's best I teach you about finance later. Okay, thank you. Goodness, no, I'm sorry for my son taking advantage of you like this. So he comes out of the woodwork once he realizes the jig is up. Are you the man in charge here? Do not think for one moment your petty apology is going to make amends for what has happened here. I'm truly sorry about this, really I am. Calm down this instant, Walter. Why are you so piping mad? Well, I guess he wants to put his torture, I'm not gonna make the joke. It's kind of time sensitive. You heard what Krone said, chill out. This is sure is a surprising sign of Krone, I'll admit. Frey? What's wrong, Aina? I am hungry. Yeah, me too. Once we finish up here, let's get a bite to eat. And this is pretty much how the monetary system works. Do you have any questions? I think I have a better understanding now, thanks to your helpful explanation, but I must say, you certainly have a knack with numbers. Rather than a knack, it's probably more I had no choice but to learn them. My parents died while my brother and I were young, and so I ended up having to take over the household finances. I'm so sorry, I had no idea. It's not like you could have known anyway, right? Besides, with my brother around, things never got lonely. And aside, I'll have to say how surprised I was to learn you knew almost zilch about the price of goods and services. Well, in the past I basically sent my subordinates to pick up any necessary supplies. Was he listening in on their conversation? Knock knock. It's me, Frey. You mind if I come in? Yes, go away. Nope, you're good. I brought the 2 of you something to drink. It's getting late, so drink up and get to bed. They're kind of short of bed, aren't they? I appreciate this. Thanks, it looks like you got the extra sweet cream in my cocoa just the way I like it. I see you never forget, do you? What's the matter, Krone? Is there something wrong with your drink? To be honest, I don't really care for sweet things. I figured as much, and why I toned down the sweetness with yours. You mean you knew I wasn't fond of sweet food and drinks? Can't say I knew for sure, but I do remember seeing you at the guild with a bitter cup of brain tea after last year's battle tournament. Thank you for thinking of me. So, which one of them is stalking the other one? It's getting a little awkward. Just glad to know it suits your tastes. You okay, Anna? My stomach hurts. It's because you got to chew your food instead of gobbling it all up at once. I did not. Well, now you do for next time, right? But don't worry, I brought you some medicine. It's amazing to think he thought of all of us like this. It's even more as you know he picked up on my likes after only seeing me drink something one time. I'd like to do something for him in return, but I'm not even aware of what his likes are. What is it? Just noticing the grin on your face and wondering why you look so happy. Could be about the drink my brother made for you. Not grinning if that's what you think. You say so incidentally, my brother likes sweet cocoa the same as me. He does. That's not what I was thinking about. And Aura's just saying that so she can take his drink. What's going on between you two? Nothing, I was just telling Krona here about how you couldn't keep your eyes off her at the battle tournament last year. Is that true? It's just a coincidence. Of course it was. Funny, isn't it? Sure is. She seemed a little blue after saying that. Krona sure is an interesting one. They're both idiots. Match made in hell. Looks like we have everyone together, so why don't we head out? Off to Hetrix Cave where we'll find the Midnight Blues hideout. We should reach it by heading north from town and then heading west once we reach the coast. Sounds good, so what are we waiting for? And let me just do a quick look in the rooms to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm not seeing the silhouette that would tell me about the AGP. And let's just... Whoa. What's wrong, Anna? It's coming. You clone, do not suddenly stop my path like that. Now move this. Walter. You alright, buddy? I am neither your buddy nor do I need your help. As for you, you feathered beast, prepare for the punishment you are about to receive at my hand. Stop being a dono, it's not a beast at all, it's a postal liquor if you haven't noticed. And why should I be concerned with... What are you doing? Stop that. Do not attempt to snuggle up to me. This was on the ground. Appears to be a letter I dropped. We should probably deliver it to... What is it, Frey? It's addressed to us and from the Archlight Army. This is bad. What is it? It says they went to Hetrix Cave to round up and arrest the Midnight Blues. But it seems for some unknown reason the Type Sigmas there have gone berserk and begun attacking the thieves themselves. Looks like they want us to come help get the situation under control. And we don't have any time to lose. Let's hurry. Come on, Walter. At once, Krone. And... wow. Hi there, mister. Hi, you. You know, we were wondering if you'd be willing to play hide-and-seek. Only this once. But not outside town. Let's start looking. Seriously. It's a bit random. So yeah, the whole constraint on the system kind of made that much easier than it should have been. And I hope I'm going the right way. What happened here? communication between Type Sigmas and those members of the Midnight Blues like the letter suggested. They're all dead. Well, they got what was coming to them. This is terrible. A fitting end for thieves in my book. How can you be like that, Walter? That way they're not giving the sequel, he doesn't have to compete with them for a role, etc., etc. Regardless how unskilled they were at their despicable trade, they were criminals. Well, that's true, Walter. They may not have done things the way we would have hoped for, but there's still no reason to dehumanize them. Let's see if there's anyone else here left to save. We'll worry about all the details later. As for any clones, I'll simply knock them unconscious. If that's what Kurune wishes. Thank you, Walter. Let's make a search of this place. You hear the clash of weapons from within. Someone must be fighting, we gotta help them. Let's hurry. What are those things on the ground there? Guild scum. Me? Yes, you do not get any ideas and is somehow following your leadership. Questing. Okay, I don't know how I'd spot a crack in the wall for any hidden passages here. Oh, we have a chest here. It's booby-trapped. More rings. Is this the end for us? Yes, it is. See you guys in the sequel. There are knights from the Archlight Army and clones. We have to help them. Let's go. Okay, thought we were actually gonna fight those. Are you the investigative team from? You two okay? Fortunately, my injuries are not severe, though it is a good thing you showed up when you did. Do you have any idea what clones are doing here? These thieves hardly look like they're real masters. Wish I could say it myself. All I know is when we arrived, these clones completely lost all sense of reason. You see, then it appears it would be more worthwhile to interrogate one of the Midnight Blues to learn the cause. Yes, now let's find one of these thieves, Krone. As for ourselves, we will regroup near the entrance of the cave. Reinforcements have already been requested, so once they arrive, we will pursue those Midnight Blues who have fled from here. Understood. Now for us, let's keep going. Let's go to the right. Energic Tempest. What the hell is that? Just make sure I don't see any silhouettes on the wall for AGP. And let's head over here. And don't know how I'd spot a hidden wall here yet. I see a group up ahead. It looks like both clones and thieves. Let's find out what's going on. Somebody help. Stop this now. Enemy confirmed. Here they come. Okay, first things first, what spells do I have to equip? In case I need to. For hers, I'm willing to use her water shot to try to thin out the air a bit. go. Gonna hold on to the special attack in case there's a much harder boss coming up here, which I'm kind of expecting. This does not seem like actual boss material. Plus there's been so few events in the cave in the first place. HP plus 4%. And we killed them, apparently. You okay? You gotta hang in there. Thief, tell us what happened here. Wait, we need to tend to this one's wounds. Gale. Huh? Had we never gotten involved with that Gale, none of this would have ever happened. We lost him. Have we been saved? So you are what is left of this crooked band of thieves, are you? Start talking. Please don't hurt me. We don't know anything about what happened here. You tell him. He's right, we're innocent. They're trying to get away. Stop right there. Just where do you think you're going? I do believe we're not through talking here. Did she just knock them unconscious? Good that you were here, they didn't get away. Of course it was guild scum. There is none other in Gauls being equal in skills of Corone. Thank you for the compliment, but we should. Then again, these thieves should consider it an honor to have had Corone lay down the gauntlet of justice upon them. Okay, but we should. Let's tie these guys up before they come to, shall we? Right, good idea. You're getting in the way of standing there. Help by hauling that other thief over here. Well, there were 3 ropes there. So... okay, they're still there. I see you're finally awake. Now to get down to business. You can start by telling us everything you know. Reinforcements from the Archlay army will be here very soon, so it'd be wise on your part to talk. Fine, what do you want to know? If we could, we would like to know more about this Gale. Gale's the second command over the Crimson Wolves. A few months back, he showed up with his partner to join forces with the Midnight Blues in an effort to get rich quick. And just who are these Crimson Wolves? They're a group of brigands who run their ring on the southern continent from Kotage Ridge. You have too many weird names, even for a JRPG. Never received any sort of request dealing with them from the guilds, so there's not much more I can tell you about them than he said. I see. Let's move on to the next question. The man who died earlier mentioned you had you never got involved with Gale, none of this would have ever happened. What did he mean? You know about the incident with the rich guy in Kotoro, I take it? He was one of the people involved with Gale and his partner that night. From what he said, he was able to easily get some type signals we found there to do Mr. Deep Pockets in. So it was you guys who manipulated the clones to commit murder. But if those same clones' masters was the owner of the mansion, how'd you get them to disobey their orders? Barking up the wrong tree if you want to know that. We only know what we were told after they came back. In the end, it was Gale's order not to loot the place that got our own leader into such a towering rage, but we never heard the details of it all. Still, both he and the other guy never came back, despite being ultra stingy, did their best to look out for us. And now they're gone. You can enjoy your nostalgic stories amongst yourselves in prison. Now tell us something of value. Fine, you heartless sacrocycled tin. I bet nobody cares about you, do they? If Gato came back, he told us if we ordered a clone to get rid of anyone in our way, looting the place would be that much easier. That's why our next job was supposed to involve us using some clones. When we tried to test out how it was supposed to work, the clones suddenly turned on us and began to attack. I knew we should have never trusted that Gale. He tricked us all. He's the one responsible for all this mess. We wouldn't be sitting here calling like this if not for him. What are you talking about? The whole reason you're even tied up like this is because of your thieving lifestyle. They've arrived. The reinforcements from the Archlay army? We apologize for coming later than expected, Frey. Please leave these criminals to our charge. We appreciate it. Rather, we should be thanking you for helping us despite being in the middle of another mission. It wasn't a complete loss for us as we were able to learn something from them. We'll Glad to hear it. Now we'll take these men back and interrogate them per His Majesty's order. I ask you be careful on your journey. On your feet, criminals. Why us? This ain't the last you've heard of us. Yes, it is. You know, Big Bro, I was wondering if maybe the clones found at the rich guy's mansion weren't really his. Otherwise, they shouldn't have followed any orders that thief gave them. Except we were told this gentleman was without question their master. So what we do know is several thieves did in fact attempt to rob him. However, in order to fend them off, he must have ordered his clones to kill them. For some unknown reason, his clones killed him instead. That's the same thing we've been told. Are you sure the Archlight Army did not overlook something? Those thieves may have just as easily been lying. It's almost like what Kurone said earlier. We've got to realize there's bound to be misconceptions between our kingdoms. The problem lies with the clones at the center of the incident. His memory was reset. Meaning the only way to get a clear picture of what happened would be to ask the scale of the Crimson Wolves. Those thieves all vouched he was the one in charge, so one can only guess he's the most able to tell us what really happened. Their next destination should be these Crimson Wolves' hideout, right? Yeah, somewhere on Kotok Ridge on the southern continent. So we'll have to pass through Luviria Tunnel to get there. The tunnel is a straight shot south of Kotora, so we should buy any supplies we'll need in town before heading there. Alright, let's get to it. So there were no secret passages here then, were there? Since this probably leads me... Hello? Okay, the game froze up there for a second. Yeah, looks like there are no secret passages there. What have we up here? And some video, I'll find out what those actually do. Once I get back to Kotora, I'll put a break in the video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put it right here, and the next part will actually go inside, see if there are any events or side quests for us to do, and then we will move on to find the Scale character in the next video, the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.